we do a lot of live events, and I ask a question at every one of the events that we do. I have people raise their hand if they think that Social Security is on shaky ground. And basically everybody in the room raises their hand because they're concerned about the solvency of Social Security. Well, the trustees of Social Security just came out with a recent report. So to help break that down of what that means for us, we have a special guest joining us this week on the Happy Retirement Show, Hamilton Morales. Hamilton, thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So you do Social Security all day, every day.
Oh, that I do.
And I bet you get a lot of questions about, hey, is Social Security running out of money? Is Social Security going to be bankrupt? What are your thoughts? And then what do the trustees say about it?
So my thoughts are, as it is now, the answer is yes, it will. I just don't believe it's going to end up being that way. So the OASDI does a report every single year, and it always comes out typically May, June the following year. So this will be 2024 report, and it just came out June 18th. And it doesn't change much from year to year. But this year it says that if no changes are made by 2034, the money that's currently in the Social Security fund will be gone. There'll be enough tax dollars coming in to pay roughly 77 cents on the dollar. So basically what that says is that if there are no changes, you're going to get a, 33% cut in your Social Security benefits. Now, I do not believe that's going to happen. There's just no way. Social Security is too big of a benefit for absolute millions and millions and millions of people in the United States. But that also means that something's got to change.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's not up to one person to make that decision. It's up to a body of, actually a couple of bodies of people, and that would be in Congress, the House and the Senate, to come up with something that you could get enough to vote on to make that change. The problem is that Social Security is political suicide when you're dealing with that.
Okay.
And when you're dealing with political figures, they want to get reelected. So most of them just keep kicking the can down the road. But eventually, it's got to be done. And so we'll see what happens, how they're going to fix it. Obviously, I have my ideas of ways they could do it. We'll see what sticks. But sooner or later, and I would say we're in 2025 now, I would say probably the next 5 years, something's got to give.
So Social Security trustees basically have said, hey, look, we've got 9 years to fix it, and if we don't do something in the next 9 years, we have to cut benefits, as of today's figures, by about 33%.
Correct. Yep.
So it sounds to me like, since this is a government-sponsored entitlement program, that the way the government is going to, the only way they can really fix it is somehow, some way, increasing the income to fund the program.
Yeah. I just don't understand any other way it can be done. So there's a couple different ways they could do that. Obviously, they could raise taxes. And who's in favor of that? Yeah, not me either. No. Absolutely. The other thing that they could do, and I think this is actually my favorite thing that they could do, is they could take the cap off of paying Social Security taxes based off of your earnings. So right now, if you earn more than $176,100, any income over and above that you're making or wages, you're not paying the Social Security tax. Well, they could just eliminate that. So whether you're making $50,000 a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, you're paying Social Security taxes. Now that comes with its own caveat, because the more higher wage earners pay more money into Social Security, the bigger their benefits get by a large margin. So they're going to have to do something with the calculation of those benefits. But I think that would really help out a lot if they just eliminated the cap. They raise the cap every year. Just eliminate it.
Okay.
Be done with it.
But now if they do that, that really is a higher increased tax on higher earners.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, isn't that what they always talk about?
That's what they always
taxing
talk
the rich.
Right. What most people don't realize is that, and Forbes magazine did this study, and this is part of the workshop that we host at part of the Society for Financial Awareness. Forbes magazine did a study, and they said, okay, what if we tax the rich? What if we tax all of the billionaires and take every one of their dollars, every billionaire in America, take all of their money, that would be enough to fund the government for 9 months.
Wow.
So, if we tax the really rich, there's not enough to go around. That means people that have worked hard, are making a couple $100,000 a year as a family, that have worked hard and are peak in their earning years. One of the fixes might be increasing or getting rid of that earnings cap.
Right.
But for high income families, that's an increase to your tax bill.
Right.
Big picture, they can raise overall taxes, they can adjust the earnings limit. There's a lot of things they can do. They can delay and change ages for when people could be eligible for benefits.
Yep.
A lot of tools are in their toolbox. I think the bottom line, and Hamilton, tell me if you would agree on this, bottom line is Social Security, it's probably going to be around. It's just probably going to look different as time goes on.
Yeah, it's going to have to look different. There's no doubt about it.
So there are things that you can do. There are strategies available to maximize your Social Security benefits, as well as some safeguards that you can potentially put in place in your financial plan to help protect yourself from the potential of higher taxes down the road. We have Social Security, we have Medicare, we have an aging population, and we have a national debt and deficit that is climbing and climbing and climbing. You can do one of two things. Number one, you can do absolutely nothing, and whatever happens, happens. Or number two, you can take action to help insulate and protect yourself from some of these things coming down the road. And if you'd like help developing a plan to take action and protect your hard-earned savings, go to ghwealthadvisors.com, click on the link in the description below, and set up a complimentary visit with us. And we have resources like Hamilton, as well as dozens of other experts in investing, tax, healthcare, long-term care. Whatever it is that your plan calls for, we have the resources to make sure there's no stone left unturned so that you can have a happy retirement. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Start building a more secure future for you and your family. Take the first step toward financial clarity by scheduling a no-cost, no-obligation consultation with Grayhurst Wealth Advisors. See if we're the right fit for you by scheduling a consultation. Call us today at 513-984-5999 or click the link in today's show description to get started.